Suspense. Good evening, everyone. It's really nice to be here. We're going to do a couple songs from our new album, The Signal, starting with one called What's Happening. Feel the welcome start to fade. What's happening? What's happened here? It's a new and different war to lose again. I'm losing it. Neighbors slowly turn away. I'm trapped here. I'm trapped again. Then the veil is my pride. Then the veiled fear in their eyes. Such waste on my heavy heart. This wasted life, this part I play. How I know this sinking feeling well, so well. I've written laws that hold the keys to hell, my head. Empty schools, bare testament. It happens here, it's happening. Sisters say it's for our good. Just feel the love. Can you feel the love? Take away the work I own and keep the pay. Just keep your pay. But leave me my own war to wage for dignity, for dignity. Then the veil is my pride. Then the veiled fear in their eyes. Such waste for my heavy heart. This wasted life, this part I play. How I know this sinking feeling well, so well. I've written laws that hold the keys to hell, my head. How I know this sinking feeling well, so well. I've written laws that hold the keys to hell, my head. Ooh, what's happening? What's happening? 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 Thank you. I was born in Winnipeg, and granted I left there when I was only 2, but there's something in my blood that every time I come back to the prairies, it's like, it speaks to my soul. And we had lots of prairie time today. We drove in from Minneapolis. It's really nice to be here, I have to say, and thank you all for coming out. I have a 3-year-old daughter, and she's a bit of a road warrior. She's traveled all over the world with us, been many places on tour. And when I was pregnant with her, I started reading all these books, you know, what to expect, month by month, week by week, day by day. And then when I gave birth, I read even more books and how to be a parent, and it actually got to be pretty exhausting. And at some point, I started thinking, you know, we've been doing this for, well, forever. So maybe I should start listening to my intuition instead. And I'm not claiming to be Mom of the Year, but I think it's paid off. So this song is about just trusting that we have everything that we need within us already. It's called On Our Way. Somebody said it will come so easily. There are times instead playing into uncertainty when I count the hours wasted on some how-to book. Tally up the days, the epic climbs, the effort made. Chat rooms and mommy forms, search tools to weather storms. Come out in the night, could someone shed some light here? Put down a guide to a mommy making industry. Sift through the words and weave them into love instead. Till now, all that's inside of me somehow has guided our days. For now, that which sustains me is this love, so let's be on our way. Back as a child, holy fear was guiding me. Keep my step in line, help me on the narrow way. Rooms built on shame, galaxies of endless guilt. Young mind takes in, a young body puts it out. Terse words by old white men, harsh terms for every sin. No mercy for the likes of half the folks I love here. Put down the sphere and sit right back into this life. Sift through the words and weave them into love instead. Till now, all that's inside of me somehow has guided our days. From now, that which sustains me is this love, so let's be on our way. 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 Thank you. Tara Kanangara on the trumpet and the vocals. Michael Acapinti on the guitar. Scott Kemp on the bass. Colin Kingsmore on the drums. This has been a crazy week. Sunday I was in Mexico. Monday I was in Toronto. Tuesday Montreal. Wednesday Chicago. Thursday Minneapolis. And you can see where this is going. And naturally, we saved the best for last. Here we are on Friday. And one of the greatest things about being a musician is you get to travel and see the world as you play. On my last trip to Mexico, we stayed behind for a few days to shoot a video. It was a very last-minute decision, and we went out into the desert for 2 days and sort of had a rough idea of what we would do. And you never know what's around the corner. This is one of the things. You learn to be nimble as a musician and go with the flow. And so I learned this very well in the desert, and eventually was led to a shaman with a one-eyed eagle and an Aztec sweat lodge. And next thing I know, I'm having my hair braided and washed by a blind matriarch of 85 years who was telling me how she had just finally saved up enough money to put a roof on the one-room house that she invited us into. These are just some of the adventures. So I'm infinitely grateful to have that and then to be here. And we're going to end with a song that sort of conveys some of the magic of Mexico, I guess. This is called Willow, Willow. By this piece of weeping wood, Lady fell, Lady stood, like its crooked lines. Time to us hasn't been kind. Softly blows a willow, softly blows a willow, softly blows a willow, echoing through my echo. Softly blows a willow, softly blows a willow, softly blows a willow, echoing through my echo. Such fear of busy hands, bells toll which hunt through the land. It does years on, singing, sister, where have we gone? Softly blows a willow, softly blows a willow, softly blows a willow, echoing through my echo. Softly blows a willow, softly blows a willow, softly blows a willow, echoing through this echo. Thank you.
This gives us a wonderful time to talk to Elizabeth about the work that she's doing. Now, the album, The Signal, you just released in September of this year. Talk about the response that you've had so far to that.
It's been great. We've had sort of critical acclaim from a bunch of different reviews in the US and in Canada and in Europe and Japan. We've just started touring it. And it's we're going to be touring a lot over the next couple of months and into the new year, Canada and the U.S. and where else? I'm foggy. Oh, actually, I wanted to say that we'll be playing in Brandon at the Lorne Watson Recital Hall. And you can go to Jazz Winnipeg to get tickets for that. That is November, thank you, 30th. 29th, no, 30th we're in Winnipeg. What? Oh, good God, November 27th? I'm sorry, I said I was foggy. I'm really foggy.
Well, it's nice to know that you're going to be back in Brandon. That's fantastic. Do you have sort of favorite venues when you look at the setup that we have on stage today? You know, I can see you on larger stages, but do you have favorite venues, smaller stages as well?
You know what? We keep it really versatile because we've played everything from the Hollywood Bowl to like house concerts. And so for me, personally, what really matters is engaging with the audience and feeling like we're connecting with people, talking, telling stories, you know, letting people in on how, sort of what's behind the songs. And so in that sense, it doesn't really matter about the venue per se. It's more about the atmosphere that's created and the dynamic between us and the audience. So it can be anywhere. Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about being a new mom. I know your daughter's 3 years old now, and so how has that changed? You're talking about the different tone that you have now and the different lyrics that you're coming up with, you know, for this album. How has she changed you?
Oh, that's epic. I mean, anyone who was a kid knows that it changes you for the better. It opens you up. All of these songs for The Signal I wrote while I was just after I'd given birth and recorded them, you know, in the sort of the first year of her life. And it really, I felt like I had a new perspective, whereas songs previously were really about me and my own personal anxieties and angst, yeah, and heartbreak. It's really about the world now and what kind of, asking myself the questions, like what kind of a world am I bringing my child into? How can I make it more compassionate and just and better? And I think we all want that for our kids. And so these are some of the things that I'm trying to bring about, you know, through song and talk about with people. And really, the whole time I had sort of in my head that I wanted to create something that she would be proud of, that she would be proud of me as a musician and as a mom and as a sister, you know, as a woman.
I laughed. You said she's a bit of a road warrior. So, and we were on quite a roll there. You're just home from Mexico, as you said. Then home is Montreal now, correct? Yes, home to Montreal, now Manitoba, off to Minneapolis next. You're touring for the next couple months after that as well. So tell us a little bit about that tour, and when do you rest? When do you get a chance to actually come home and maybe create some more music?
Well, there's a real delay between when you create and when sort of the project comes out, and this is really the time to be playing music, to see that creation from the last project, The Signal, come to fruition. There's not a lot of rest time. It's not the time for rest. And I guess it'll be that way probably for the next 6 to 9 months. And then there's a period of cocooning after that where you sort of go inwards and, you know, it's hard to balance, I have to say this as an aside, balance being a mom and being a musician. And it's something that is very much, like all of parenting, is always, you're always reevaluating as you go. And so as for the rest, I don't know when it happens, but you know, we try and just take rests daily and take time and connect. I take time to connect with my daughter and just be as present as possible to everything.
Well, thank you so much for being with us tonight. We wish you all the best. Have a great tour. We can't wait to see you back in November here in Brandon. Everybody, this is Elizabeth Shepherd. Thank you.